Okay. Well, we'll introduce people once the link's been shared. Things. If you're wondering, it is a very congested party this evening with a lot of veterans from the PSGL F1 Monday League joining us here today, which includes myself, Aaron, Greenie from the Sauber Racing team, also a Sauber, and Jack Lacey from Force India, also a former champion. But it'll be myself and Greenie.
Now we have an invite from the session. And I'll just send you a link over, Aaron.
Yeah,
I'll put it in the chat.
Luke, I'm just warning you now. I don't know if the people from the stream will be able to hear this, but your mic like gone weird. But if it's because you're streaming.
Oh, that's all
How
right.
is it for you, Aaron?
Well, as long as my mic's fine, mate, I couldn't care less. No, I'm kidding, but yeah, I'll take a look and see.
No, it's doing that thing like like when Aaron lags, his mic goes a bit weird.
Distant.
Yeah, so
that's what your mic's done, Luke.
That'll be
for me anyway. I don't know how it is. I don't know how it is for Lordy or.
No.
Luke, you sound alright, mate. Don't worry about it.
It's me
yeah. Greenie, I need you to actually.
I have sent you the link on Twitter.
Yeah.
Alright, that's fine.
Do you want to put it in the chat?
You've sent it on Twitter. I was hoping you sent it on Twitter instead of
I have sent it on Twitter.
That's the previous one.
Big C put in irrelevant comments in the chat. No, I put it in AFC Vultures.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
AFC Vultures. Interesting choice of AI difficulty in this lobby. We've got 92, which is Master.
Well, if I wasn't one of the quicker drivers this evening, being a street circuit here in Baku, I would definitely be pressing the pause button at the start of the race and letting the AI do it for me, in the hope that I can pick up a few cheeky points. But everyone's different. We're all here to race, except us in the commentary box. So we hope it'll be a spectacle this evening.
Don't worry.
You just wait for the drivers to come in.
For round 7 of the PSGL calendar. Halfway point of the season.
Yeah.
With Blue Mosquito leading.
Yeah, well, it'll be a good race. The commentary will probably begin when we end the qualifying session. So with us while we get our voices warmed up.
Meanwhile, while we're waiting, we could potentially hear from Venom and Grumpy.
Yeah.
They are. Let's see if they would like to join us for a quick pre-race interview.
Yeah, do let me ask a question. I'll show you. I'm always burning to find out how people feel ahead of races.
Hi.
Evening.
Hi, Venom. You alright?
I'm alright. Yourself?
And hello, Grumpy. Yeah, I'm doing very fine, thank you. So, we'll go straight to Grumpy then, asking the first question of the day. Mr. Grumpy, you're an experienced veteran on the PSGL side. You've been through the games like it's a new toy every time a new game comes out. You're third in the driver's standings. There's 7 rounds to go. Loads of points to play for. Only 24 points off Blue Mosquito. Do you think that coming to a street circuit now that the tide could potentially change? Are you eyeing the title?
Wrong question.
Well, it doesn't matter.
No, Blue's too consistent. It doesn't matter what track. No, I don't think I'm in the title fight, to be honest.
But you're aware that things could change after a race like this?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all right. Greenie, you got any questions, Mr. Grumpy?
I think we should move on to Venom quickly, as we're not running out of time now.
That's all right.
Just like to add that we've been given a shout out on the PSGL F1 League Twitter. Hopefully that could increase the viewing for this race tonight.
Nice.
So I'll ask Venom a question. You're currently sitting 8th in the championship. Mr. Grumpy is your teammate. Are you more focused on helping your teammate here today, or are you out there to fight for yourself?
I'm kind of fighting for myself, to be honest. I mean, me and Grumpy have been, a really solid team. We were constructors champions a couple of seasons back, and we practice well, and we've worked really hard on the setups this season, and I think that's allowed us to get some good results. I'm just not particularly that quick on this game. I think that's just the fundamental reason. I'm getting solid results. It's just finding that little extra to get the battle for the top 3. That's been tricky for me throughout this whole game.
Okay, you've had 3 fifth places, especially the last 2 races. Would you be happy if you were given a P5 at the start of this race? Would you take it? Would you take it now?
Yes, definitely. I mean, I've been focusing more on the 4 races to come, which are much stronger tracks for me. And I think I'm well prepared for this race as normal, but I think fundamentally, I think 5th place would be a great result. So I'll just do my usual philosophy, try and qualify in the top 10 and finish in the top 10.
Okay, and quickly to Mr. Grumpy, what are you hoping to get out of this race?
Well, I'm avoid the walls in the castle section.
Well, fair enough, mate. Just use my tip. Press the pause button while you go through there, and you'll be fine.
I've got a question for both of you. I've got 2 actually. For starters, aimed at both of you, what sort of wings are we looking at round here?
Yeah, I'd rather not say.
Yeah,
I was going to say, come on.
That's all right. All right, Lou, it's not question time, mate. Just 2 minutes until the start of the race.
And a question for Grumpy. Have you improved your consistency through the castle section since FP on their Tuesday?
Yeah, I've not crashed since, so yeah.
All right.
Shame you couldn't.
That was just a one-off. That.
Yeah, I'd just like to ask one question for both of you. Grumpy, if you answer this first and then Venom after. Yeah, I'm not like hearing it, it'll be quick. How do you feel about tonight? Just emotionally. What's the mindset?
Just the same as always, really. Just take it each race as it comes and try and get some decent points.
Mm-hmm. And you, Venom?
Yeah, I think I've had a good run of form recently. I think I'm probably the quickest I've been on this game so far. So I think onto the walls, and then I can get some good points again.
Okay.
Right, excellent.
Well, thanks a lot for joining us in the pre-race questions. So emotions running very high in the Mercedes camp prior to the start of this race. Oh God, I love being back in the commentary booth.
Yeah.
The quality's not looking great for the stream, not gonna lie.
Well, it doesn't matter. They can listen to it. That's right. That's right. Yeah.
We can change to a radio channel.
Well, thanks, guys. You'll probably be speaking to Grumpy more likely than me, but thanks for stepping in for commentary tonight.
No, it's all right, mate.
Yeah, thank you.
Good luck to both of you.
Yeah, good luck.
Thank you.
Cheers.
So we just wait for the grid to start. Do we have an extra space, do you think, for Lordy Boy? Is he in here?
If there is, I'll happily come in the game now. Just let me know, ASAP.
What do you think? It's 20 out of 22, so I'm sure we could. I don't know. Because there's 2 spaces
if
for
Green
Steam
would like
phones.
to inform us, that would be nice.
We've got We've got 18 drivers, so.
Is there any more coming? Do you know?
I have no idea.
Well, look at the list of the drivers and see who's absent.
Well, there's quite a few drivers.
1 from Sauber, 1 from Red Bull.
Okay.
Loads of friend requests at the moment, but we'll ignore those for the time being.
You are a very friendly chapper, so I'm sure you'll be building new relationships with this after this session.
Oh, definitely. Nothing's better than increasing your social bank on the F1 games. More people to practice with, more sessions available to join throughout the week. What more would you expect? So we're just waiting for qualifying to begin, so do bear with us.
Yeah, as well as building relationships, you can also be breaking relationships. Whichever way you decide to take it is your decision.
Yeah, well, that's part and parcel of league racing. You go out on track, not everybody's going to like you, and I guess that's just the way it is. You've just got to be out there, fight for yourself, and see what you can get. As long as you're respectable and within the rules, you'll soon build a reputable reputation. So they said the same word twice.
It's fine. I'm sure if you were racing in this league in the Renault, you would be breaking a lot of relationships with the driving scene over the season. But,
very good point from Big C. Not always a monk. He said turn off notifications. Thanks for that one,
Really,
Connor.
Can you not insult the F1 admin?
And here we go for round 7 at Azerbaijan.
As we wait for qualifying to get underway.
Make sure you leave your predictions for top 3 if you are watching. Will be interesting to see, as this is a very unpredictable track, especially with the undulation through the castle section.
Yeah, plenty of undulation here, so as we wait to enter the lobby. We've got loads of experience out here today, so they are the top 3 of the leaders and driver standings. Mr. Blue Mosquito obviously leading the championship, but it's Haig in second with Mr. Grumpy in third. So all those 3 drivers have been on the PSGL site for a number of years. Fantastic wheel-to-wheel representatives, absolute ambassadors for the PSGL site. So a lot of eyes will be on them. And just to take us through the Azerbaijan race statistics, it is the 7th race in the calendar of a 14-race calendar lap distance of 6 kilometres with 3 segments, so 3 sectors, and 26 laps. So pointless statistics that nobody cares about, but it's always nice to hear for the start of a race.
And the 12-minute session begins. It'll be a race to get out on track. Track position very key. Just like Monaco, people will be backing off a lot, so you don't want to be part of the train waiting to complete your lap.
No, definitely not. And what are your thoughts about this circuit, Lordy? How would you go about it?
Well, personally, I've never actually raced around Baku. I've missed out, unfortunately, this year and last year. So that's been a bit of a shame for me. But no, judging the track in practice, I have been around it a couple of times. And the castle section is where a lot of people get caught out. It is very difficult. You know, it is compared to the likes of Monaco in terms of, technicality and in terms of width and difficulty. So yeah, hopefully the drivers can keep out of the wall. We can have some interesting action. And
the first man out on track, BWA Clyde in his Haas, as Lars Gaming, Kurtois, Hulkenberger, Taffy, Sab all join him on their outlaps.
Yeah, and Hulkenberg, also a very experienced name, reputable driver as well, and been on the PSGL site for a while, so he's certainly been building his bridges. Also noted for being a very clean and fair wheel-to-wheel racer, so it'll be good to see him out in action as well here today.
As the championship leader takes to the track, probably car number 7, I'd imagine, somewhere around that in the queue. Doesn't want to get caught up behind perhaps slower drivers, needs to leave himself a lot of space.
And shall we give Blue Mosquito the run the green here? Give him the onboard footage that he deserves. Being a championship
I agree.
at this stage of the season.
A man who's won 4 of the 6 races thus far. 2 in a row.
Former championship in the PSGL F1 Monday League, all the way back in season 4, season 19 now, but definitely been around the block.
Looking to add to his list of titles here in the F4 Championship. Currently on 75 points, which is incredibly respectable at this point of the season. as he begins to set up his lap.
Claire Williams in the pit lane gives a nervous look as she knows a poor result here and the championship could swing in Mr. Grumpy or Warren Haig's favour. And let's not forget Lars Gaiman, he's also just a point or two below Mr. Grumpy. So Blue Mosquito, the pressure's on here as he accelerates downhill 210 miles an hour as the car undulates through turn 1. This is
an
amazing first corner.
Interestingly, he's got more than enough fuel for one lap, so perhaps expecting to go for 2 time laps here. It's quite a long track, so you can't fit in 3 runs, so it'd be a sensible decision.
Yeah, Blue Mosquito using all of his experience there with the fuel load that he's going out with. Stays well away from the curbs, knows that he needs to just get a lap in as soon as he can, get a banker in, and then go from there.
And this far, it looks very clean and tidy. As we come up to the first sector point, it's a 45.3, which is very good. That's on probably par with the F1. First sector's there, very good, and keeps it nice and tidy through the castle section, a little bit of understeer towards the top. And now he's heading for the double left-hander before the long straight towards the end of his lap.
Well, he's looking good here. It's Blue Mosquito. He needs to keep it together. This is a very tricky corner. Lordy boy, what do you feel about this lap? From what you're hearing?
Well, as the championship leader, you know, there's a lot riding on Blue Mosquito doing well on this track. So, yeah, he looks really smooth, really clean. But at the moment, I actually can't see him because...
Well, neither can we, because of the speed he's going at. This guy is immensely fast.
Steers towards the left-hand side.
Open. Needs a lap time in. Courtois with the opening lap time. Blue Mosquito goes second, just a tenth off the pole position time. Hulkenberger's up there in third. The times are coming tumbling down here, because I can't get my words together.
We'll ride on board now with the Ferrari of Kalimoto. Not the greatest first sector, but... let's see what he can do towards the end of the lap. He's looking quite measured.
Too much curve there, does Kalimoto. Lack of experience, perhaps. He should be able to get this one tied up now with his orange tiger helmet, imitating Winnie Pooh, the tiger in there, as he accelerates down the straight again.
It's nice and tight towards the front. Only 4 attempts covering the top 5 at the moment, or top 6 actually. Venom down there in 6th, and then there's a big gap back to 7th as Kalimoto with the slowest time so far of the super soft runners.
And Mr. Grumpy's only 7th. I know he's only half. Oh, this ain't going to be good. Does Kalimoto understand that he's there, or is Kalimoto on that himself? Who knows? Or just stay on board with Mr. Grumpy here.
Very nice there. Good on the brakes is Grumpy.
Yeah.
As I realised from the FP.
Many races on this site. He'll be crying about that Ferrari in front of him.
And this is borderline.
He can literally reach out and touch him.
However, Kalimoto might be in a lap of his own. He's 5 tenths up on his own lap. So it's unfortunate for Grumpy.
There's traffic here. I'll just back out of it here. Grumps is a wise, experienced man. He'll know I'll come in and go again. But the race hasn't begun yet. He's going for it.
Jesus, it's getting nice and tight, and he's gone past him.
Oh, giving us a taste of what's to come.
But unfortunately, that's going to have ruined Grumpy's lap, I imagine.
And Lordy, you've done loads of flying laps yourself. How does it feel when you come across a driver who's slightly slower than you, and you're catching up to them when you're flying laps? You really need to get that lap time in. You're in a potential battle for the championship. What do? You can't do much, can you?
Well, like you say, yeah, it is very frustrating as a driver when you feel like you have the pace and someone is impeding you, but it's down to you yourself to actually give yourself the time and the space to actually allow yourself to do a clean lap. So, you know, maybe if people manage their strategies a bit more, then maybe this wouldn't happen and there wouldn't be, you know, issues regarding people holding others up.
Just an update, Ijismo, I think that's how you say it, I don't know. I know his name's Simmer, so we'll call him Simmer actually, sounds better. He's gone into second, and interestingly, Grumpy was purple, I believe, but he decided to back out so he can get another run in. which is very, very wise, using all that experience.
Wow.
Yeah, just as I may add, I think Warren Haig's time was actually on the mediums, so that's a fabulous
P9
to put him in P8. So really, really good from there.
It's a fabulous lap, Lordy, but around here, mediums don't really get used, so it'll be interesting to see what comes of that.
Well, as a former teammate of mine, you know, Warren Haig does like to put on the harder compound tires.
Mr. P's lost his wing. He's gone straight off somewhere. Go on board with Mr. P.
Oh,
I don't know if he's going to make it.
Oh, it's just come back. It's come back.
He's come back from a long break. Last seen on the F1 grid in 2012. Oh my God.
It's over.
Mr. P. Dorman Palmer, as he's known as. Real respected driver on the site, and he's come to a very brisk end here.
Courtois is one of the first out for the final runs, maybe trying to get in 2 consecutive timed laps. And just an interesting note that starting outside the top 10 round here could be a favourable strategy, starting on the softs, ending on the supers. It is quite possible to overtake around here, so long as slipstream glitch does not occur. So that would be a nice one to look out for. Perhaps what Warren Haig was potentially trying to do, just get as far up the top 10, well, outside top 10 positions as he can. And Lars Gaming, 4 attempts quicker than everyone else with a 41.0. The Toro Rosso putting itself on pole. I think he's going for another lap here.
Well,
this will be his last.
Say, he is 4th in the driver standings. I think he's about 25 or so points behind Blue Mosquito, and he knows a win here, and he could be one of the main challenges as we head into the second part of this season.
Exactly. Now Courtois coming through the left and right.
Deja vu. I don't know if that's a glitch, but him and the Renault coming very close together. I don't know if he's on a flying lap or not. So
I wonder if he's had nightmares beforehand, Lordy, because Deja Vu could definitely have struck there.
We're right on board with Courtois now, down into turn 1. Very neat and tidy. Let's see what he can do. The previous man who was looking like he's going to take provisional pole.
Lordy, take us through this lap by Courtois in the Renault.
I can switch to him. There we go. As he comes to the left-hander now, absolutely beautiful. He's perfectly on the racing line, takes it look absolutely lovely, and then in the right-hander as well. Even just clipping the curb just on the exit may have cost him a few tenths there, but no, it's looking really clean from the Renault as he goes through the chicane.
It's melting.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful. This is, it's like a hot knife through butter, and it's fucking brilliant.
Fantastic. Oh, look at the curb. If I could take that much curb as I put Nutella on my bread in the morning, I would. And gone.
Yeah, it's absolutely absolutely fabulous as he comes to the end of the second sector. You know, full throttle down here, 180 miles an hour, surely through this section.
A bit ahead. I don't know.
Lars Gaming is retired. Yellow flagged in sector 1. He's the fastest man, but maybe an issue there.
And there he goes.
No, I'm joking.
Nice and clean there. Courtois is definitely looking like he is on for potentially provisional pole here.
He definitely likes to have a few stab at corners, doesn't he? I'm looking at his steering movements, and
very
I don't know if he's
aggressive.
racing with the D-pad, but he is carrying the speed down here. We have got other drivers than that. I know Blue Mosquito's come up to traffic. He's behind Miles.
140.9. We'll get on board with Blue Mosquito, and there's a crash.
Blue Mosquito.
He's absolutely flying. Just going, finishing the second sector. Now there is yellow flags in sector 2, so there has been an incident. But no, Mr. Grumpy now, absolutely smooth as anything. Taking a bit too much curve maybe on the exit there. May have cost him a tenth or two.
Venom goes third.
A lot of experience.
Chicken Owns fourth.
KFC's troubles, but Chicken Owns shown it has done. As Mr. Grumpy accelerates down the hill.
Can he out-qualify his teammate?
He has definitely clocked up the miles.
It's a one.
Another mile to go.
Oh.
Yes, he has. He beats his teammate by 1/10. Fabulous.
And crucially, he's in front of Blue Mosquito. But no! Blue Mosquito's
Blue Mosquito fights back.
And we're on board now with Hulkenberger. Amazing first sector. A 45.2.
Haig is out there.
Hulkenberger, nice.
Hey, goes fifth. Oh.
Yeah, I think Hulkenberger's the last man to cross the line here, so he's got the ultimate track position.
The Toro
I'll just
Rosso.
give an update on Gordon and the Gizmo. I'll give you an update while you're on board with Hulkenberger.
Gizmo was second at one point, now 9th. Unbelievable. Hulkenberger, 2 tenths up on his current lap, which will put him around about the P2, P3 spot.
It's just coming through the line now. Goes fourth. He splits Blue Mosquito and Mr. Grumpy crucially.
Great lap from Simo there. And is he going to get slipstream? Is this slipstream being deployed here? Is that a Renault just ahead? That's Courtois. As Hulkenberger.
P7.
Wow. Look at that.
Whisker. Look how close that
Jesus.
is. Drivers fighting for their lives.
2 temps covering the top 7. 3 temps covering the top 9. Unbelievable.
Wow. An amazing grid. A lot of experience from that top 7, top 8 even. And Chicken Owens doing a fantastic job. Chicken Owens in the McLaren. Give a shout out to him. KFC woes this week. And he's put Chicken back on the map here at the coup. Lordy, what did you make of that qualifying section?
Well, there was some thrills and spills during that qualifying session. I think that the main upset was Courtois. P1, fabulous lap time. Only person, the only person to get a 140. So well done to him. Congratulations. But Lars, he's always there. He's there on the front row. So you never know, he could get a better start. And Courtois is going to have to contend with that. But no, Chicken Owens, like you said, really good lap. Keeping with the top 9. Only 2 tenths separating the top 9.
The quality of the grid has improved massively since last game.
Down the grid order.
So we've got Courtois in first, Lars Game in second, and then we've got the leader, Blue Mosquito, in third, Simo fourth, fifth, Experienced Grumpy, Haig, Hulkenberger, Venom, Owens, and Gordo. I think it is, top 10. And then Dave, Clyde, LFC for life, Kalimoto, Sab, Taffy with the slowest time, and Miles and Mr. P rounding out the grid.
Yeah. And Mr. P suffering that disastrous accident in the final sector. We do hope he's okay and able to compete for this one here this evening. Wow.
And it looks
Lordy,
like
how do you feel before the start of a race like this? You're waiting for the clock to tick down. You know your grid position. Do you focus on how you're going to approach turn 1, or are you just nervous, just completely brooking yourself?
Well, I won't go so far as bricking myself, but it depends where you are. It really does. You know, there's a lot more pressure riding on you. If you're in the top 5, I'd say that's probably the split-off point.
Definitely.
Because you've got to contend with the front runners. But if you also get a bad start, you fall into the mid pack, and the mid pack, as you and me well know, Aaron, is a death trap. Especially in F1, it's an absolute meat fest. Going into turn
around a track like this.
Yeah, especially around a track like this. There is sausages everywhere around a track like this.
And here we go.
Right. Go on, take us through it. 5 laps. Go on, Greeny.
And it's away. It looks like a great start for Courtois. Oh, and we've got... Who's that?
Blue Mosquito. He's lost 2
he's losing many positions.
Oh, issues at the back as well. Hulkenberger seems to have not chipped his wing, but he's had a bit of issues.
Oh, there's a few down the inside of Blue Mosquito.
And Simo stays P4. Blue Mosquito losing 2 positions.
Has picked up damage.
Grumpy. Oh, and Lars Gaming's just behind Courtois as he's successfully defended his lead.
Oh, Force India.
Yeah,
oh, brilliant. Sorry to interrupt you, Greeny. That was a brilliant move from Miles for P13. Fabulous job from him up the inside.
Yeah, Mr. P, 6th position gained already. Brilliant. The closest battle on track, it seems, is for P7, Venom just behind Hulkenberg. It's all getting very cramped coming into the castle section. How will they all approach it? Oh, Simo understeering, just like Haig.
Haig has got damage, I believe, on that front
and Miles
left end plate.
Yeah, did you see that Miles down in 17th? He's got issues.
LFC's gone wide at the castle, but meanwhile out front.
Miles out there.
Curtois with an 8-10th lead. Grumpy closing in on
Really,
Lars
who you
Gaming.
on board with?
Oh, Grumpy running a bit
Grumpy
wide
right
there.
now.
Okay. Got to keep it together here. He's got Blue Mosquito in close company. I'd go on board with Blue Mosquito if I were you.
I agree. Blue Mosquito must have overtaken Simmer whilst we were looking. He's climbed back up to P4. Straight line speed.
There's been an issue. The Ferrari's hit the wall.
Sab.
Ferrari no wing. Sab is limping back.
Sad. Well, I wish he felt he was driving a Saab for this race instead of a Ferrari. Oh
Yep.
dear.
Yeah, there's a lot of issues.
He's gonna have to pit.
The Haas is pitting as well. Damage. And the Force India is pitting as well.
Just looking at fuel loads, it seems that Grumpy and Blue Mosquito have underfueled compared to the front two right now. Simo as well, he's got more fuel than both of them, so interesting approaches here. Perhaps trying to save fuel maybe through the middle sector, be nice and conservative.
No, but Blue Mosquito is the man to watch now, guys. He's catching Grumpy at a rapid pace and probably matching the leaders as well.
And there's a huge gaggle of cars behind Mr. Grumpy, using all of his experience to stay in the car as he undulates up the hill through the castle section. Beautiful use of the undulation as he uses all of his tyre grip available in the early stages of the race. Mr. Grumpy definitely sitting in here at Anfield.
Yeah, interestingly he's dropping off quite significantly from the top two, so maybe Grumpy will be the form of a long train as they fight it out for the final podium position.
Yeah, as I just quickly go to Deja Vu, he looks like he might be making a move on Chicken Owens down in the start-finish straight. He's got good drive out of the last section.
And so, Chicken Owens,
yeah, Chicken Owens.
Maybe have to brake.
Oh my goodness!
Yep, he's got serious wing damage. Curtois with the fastest lap.
Oh, Chicken Owens, despite the good start and the good story regarding KFC, he has taken pit stop.
Mr. P gains another position on the rounds of the top 10 now.
On the McLaren.
Just on board with Blue Mosquito. Blue Mosquito's got a great run on Grumpy. Grumpy goes defensive, and interestingly, Blue Mosquito only going half throttle towards the end of the straight. Picking his fight carefully.
We've got to stay on board with this scandal of cars. But
who are you on board with?
I'm on board with Blue Mosquito at the moment.
Yep, very nice and close. Simmer, Warren Haig, they're all looking on, expecting something to happen.
I will say though, we need to keep an eye on Taffy. He is on the mediums and he's not too far behind. He is in P12 at the moment, but the pace is looking quite consistent, so Taffy is the man to look out for.
Taffy the Welshman.
Definitely after the pit stops. And I've just got to throw this out here. Despite, I believe, a little bit of wing damage for Haig, I'm not sure, but he's keeping up with these guys.
He has indeed.
It's a respectable job. I don't know if
very.
Wing damage for Taffy. End plate. Flying off, he's struggling now.
On the mediums.
DRS is deployed.
Blue Mosquito here. He's got
Grumpy
a good
goes
run.
wide.
Blue Mosquito championship leader, a lot of experience. Yellow flags. Who is it? Hulkenberger losing positions down the grid somewhere. Oh, I think there's a problem there. But
one Renault in paradise. And one Renault out of the race.
Grumpy,
here goes Blue Mosquito.
Here. Don't give him the inside. Defend hard. He does. He's got to get on the brakes here. Blue Mosquito, will he have to go around the outside? A lot of respect between these two drivers. And Grumpy holds on here as the grid tightens behind them.
Dive bomb. Brilliant from Warren Haig. Absolutely fabulous. Can't get the grip.
Oh, but Simmer with the traction, very nice there.
I feel Haig might go for one here, but it's risky on the brakes here at turn 3. He might have to wait. He will.
Yeah, the curves are very high here, so you've got to be careful he doesn't end up like Raikkonen and Bottas. Suspension damage in that race absolutely destroyed their hopes. But Warren Haig is a calculated man, and he is looking on form. So if he can just keep calculated and keep calm, he should be able to gain a few positions here.
Yes.
Yep, and
let's give a shout out to Musical Venom, running in P7, staying with this pack here, so he's not out of the fight for a podium. This could come down to pit stops, and Mr. Grumpy can keep Blue Mosquito behind at this stage of the race. Greeny.
Yeah, well, at this point, Dave is the highest runner on the softs, and Mr. P up to 10th now into the points. Interestingly though, Courtois did pull away at the beginning, but now Lars is starting to peg him, and the closest battle on track is ultimately for the P3 position. That is Grumpy's right now.
Oh, lovely. Well, better exit for Grumpy this time, Lordy.
Yeah, poor exit from Haig, so I don't think he'll have a chance into turn 1 only unless he gets a really good slipstream. So, but keep an eye on Blue Mosquito. I'll let you commentate through this, Aaron.
Well, Mr. Grumpy, I will have the inside. That's what he's saying. You will not take it from me. Miss Blue Mosquito outside. He's got more.
Oh, there's wheel banging.
Can Grumpy get the brakes going? Can he? Can he? Blue Mosquito out wide. Oh, Grumpy regains the position of his Gizmo. Close enough to attack. No, he isn't.
That must have been
Grumpy. Have some of that. That is what experience is. You can't buy that, no matter what league you're in, no matter how fast you are. That is what you call wheel-to-wheel racecraft.
Indeed, and Blue Mosquito must have had his heart in his mouth there as he understeered after braking too late into turn 1. Grumpy narrowly keeping that position, but it's only a matter of time, you imagine, before the championship leader gets through on the Mercedes.
Yeah, and we're not talking about the battle up front, but Lars Gaming is staying with Courtois, and if Blue Mosquito cannot pass Mr. Grumpy here, there's a chance Lars could eat into that championship lead here. But Mr. Grumpy so far doing a phenomenal job.
Yeah, I agree.
Grumpy has no damage. He's losing a second a lap at this rate. Unbelievable.
No, Grumpy is keeping this interesting as Deja Vu is looking the strongest competitor to finish with a really good result here. He is on the soft compound tyre and he's definitely looking to go further than these drivers ahead, and it's playing into his hands perfectly because all Grumpy's doing is giving everyone dirty air, and all that'll do is wear the tyres away, and people will start getting frustrated and make mistakes. So Grumpy doing a fabulous job to help Deja Vu.
You're right about that. There's going to be another attack here, Greeny. You want to take us through this one?
Indeed, we've got...
He's got good straight line speed, done.
There's only 2 seconds covering the from 3rd to 7th, and it looks like this slipstream glitch, sorry, as I believe somebody has left the session, which is very unfortunate. As we just saw then, Blue Mosquito not really gaining in the same way that he was down in lean mix right now. There's the evidence of him using maybe under-fueling the car, maybe having to run lean, or maybe he's just biding his time behind Mr. Grumpy.
Yeah. Well, Musical Venom staying there, and Deja Vu, this could be good for him on the yellow tyres with all the other runners in front of him on red, so he's just staying in this gaggle of cars. It's a lovely train to be part of.
Yeah, true.
Very fair racing.
Keep an eye on the Haas. Sorry to interrupt you there. Keep an eye on the Haas as well. The Haas is joining the battle, and the Red Bull mind of F1. So, there's a lot of drivers on these soft compound tyres who Grumpy is, feeding them into the battle. As long as these drivers can keep it on the track, they're in with a shout of some really, really good points.
Absolutely. Go on, Aaron.
You can tell that Warrington's zone. This is good for him. I'd stay on board with this one. He's just taking 2 attempts out of 1 corner here, as Mr. Grumpy starts to feel the loose rear end that has berated him so much during this race, as he is
interestingly, he's only in standard, his Blue Mosquito, in lean actually for the beginning of that straight, so he's just biding his time here, saving fuel, saving tyres, hoping to get... Oh, Lars Gaming's in the pits. A very early pit stop. Surely he's going on to the mediums, unless he's 2-stopping from here. We'll have to see.
Wow, people make pit stops for a reason, but is this a
medium
good
tyres and a wing change? He's having to change his wing.
Contact somewhere. BWA Cycle is still in the hunt as well.
Yep, not too far off Deja Vu.
Yeah, so this gaggle of cars is where you want to be a part of. Musical Venom is pressurising Haig at the moment, so maybe stay on the back of this battle until we get onto the straight. Give him a bit of air coverage.
So we're going a bit deep there. Haig doing a fantastic job though to say he's got wing damage, especially to say he's got it on the left hand side, which is the unfavourable side round here. If you got it on the right, it's not as bad, but the left hand side, not the best to cope with.
Oh, there's a problem in the castle section.
Taffy has made an overtake on LFC for life. Oh, actually he's pitting. And after the pit stop, Lars Gaming 32 seconds off the lead now in 10th place behind Mr. P. Yep. Oh, he's much closer this lap.
There are yellow flags out there.
Well, I don't know where this yellow flags are coming from.
We're going to have to wait for the incident.
That's who Deja. There we go.
It was about time that was going to happen, but here he is. Blue Mosquito has been lining this one up for a while. What will Grumpy
He's in
do?
rich mix this time.
Grumpy can't do much here. He's got to put him to the pit wall. If he wants this title, he's got to do something here.
Oh, he's closing in.
Yep, so he's taking the inside. He's going to have to be brave on the brakes here. Blue Mosquito making him take a tighter line. He's surely got to move
side by side,
Grumpy refuses to give up.
What a move! And he's nearly put him in the barrier. Brilliant defending there, and what a move from Blue Mosquito.
And he backs out of it, does Dale. Really responsible driving. He did fight as hard as he could for that one.
Yeah, the second of the Toro Rosso pitted for the soft compound tyre.
Yep, Simo.
Gizmo. And will he come out ahead of Lars? It's going to be tight. He wants the inside. He can't have it. So Lars on the mediums. It's going to impact his teammates severely here. This could
team order definitely must be coming into play there. I'd be very frustrated if I was on the soft compound tyre. My teammate came out ahead of the harder of the two compounds.
No.
But no, the person I'd keep an eye out for is the Haas driver on the soft compound tyres. He is looking the most threatening.
Spinner in the castle section, and Grumpy closed it in on Blue Mosquito now. Has Blue Mosquito got an issue?
I don't know. I think he must have been a bit shot. Well,
there we go.
There's people coming in the pits here.
Close for Grumpy there.
Aging a little bit, but he's still got it. It's hard to maintain your concentration as you start to get a little bit older. I know it personally, but Mr. Grumpy doing a fine job so far. Lordy boy, how's this race panning out?
Yeah, this race has been absolutely fabulous. I think Mr. Grumpy, of all people, have made this very interesting for us as commentators to spectate. But as we see, we're into the Prix. Into turn one, he's got wing damage, very cautious.
Now this is on the round.
Yeah, we've got to stay with where Blue Mosquito is going to feed back out.
Soft tyres.
Yeah, he's going to have to get out in front of Lars Gaming. The problem is Lars is on the medium, so I don't know how this is going to implicate. Give it another 2-3 seconds.
Here we go.
Another car approach the side.
There goes Lars.
He should get the drive. The Toro Rosso needs the position. He does get it. They both get him. Is he going to commit down here? No, he can't.
And that is huge.
Chicken Holmes. He's got to pit again there. It's Chicken. He might be fancying a bit of the championship leader here. He wants to make a name for himself on the screen. This is who I am, but not yet.
And interestingly, they're on the realms here of making the softs last to the end. So Lars Gaming, he knows he definitely can. However, for Simo, Blue Mosquito.
Sorry, Greeny. Good point, Lordy made. There's damage to the Red Bull in front, and this is going to back up the whole of Lars and the Gizmo and Blue Mosquito. So if Grumpy and Hay come in the pits now, they could profit from this and come out ahead of the Skagler cars. This could be vital as Mr. Palmer come back on lead racing after a 5-year absence. He's still getting to grips with things. Lost his car, lost his wheel in qualifying. Now he's lost the whole front right side of his car and tries to keep it together, as I am trying to do so as well myself. It's not good enough. There's going to be cars having to go around the outside. This ain't going to look good. There's Toro Rosso's everywhere, the sister team. Little understeer.
He hits the barrier.
Oh no. He's going to
be coming into the pit. He's going to be coming into the pit, so the Taurus are going to get past.
He stays out.
And we did not look at the Mr. Grumpy and Warren Haig battle.
Oh my God! Oh my! Jesus!
Mr. Palmer. Oh no, Mr. P, what have you done? Oh.
That is shocking, absolutely shocking.
Kamikaze from the Red Bull driver,
Well,
like Danny Kvyat and Max Verstappen.
Well,
Not very impressed.
Credit to him for getting his car
And
back
just to-
around and carrying.
Amidst all this action down at turn 1, Blue Mosquito's lost position to Chicken. But Chicken is on the Supersoft, so he'll have to pit again.
Oh,
Yeah,
I did say something was going to happen.
I may keep saying it. Sorry for the lack of composure. That was very out of the blue. But no, the Haas driver of BWA is definitely the man to watch. A very consistent pace. Mr. Grumpy is holding Haig up, and Haig's also got wing damage. So
Yeah.
you know, BWA in the prime position for a really good points finish here.
No, that's a very good point. And let's just say something. Blue Mosquitoes is pitted and he's onto the back of Mr. Grumpy, but Lars gaining from P2 on the grid. He was there. And it was a chance for him to cut into that championship lead, but Mr. P, after a long absence, unfortunately missed his breaking point. A loss of a wing on the one side might have done that. Grumpy's in the pits. Will he come
So
out
is
as
Curtois.
This is crucial. I feel like he's left it too late, but he's got a good gap here. He needs to come out ahead of a Gizmo. Come on, get it going!
Oh, he looks like he's got a stop go.
What's going
Stop
on?
go
He's
for Grumpy.
Yeah,
well.
Yeah, that was a stop go,
Well.
surely. I'll just make sure
what's
that
going on
was Grumpy.
Wow.
No, he didn't. He didn't have a stop go, so it's just a failure.
Maybe. Oh well, that's cost him a fair bit. We thought he could come ahead of Blue Mosquito, but no.
Only
And
unless he
Warren
had wing
Haig
damage, it didn't
leads.
show. Oh, Sab's
Sab's
out.
out.
Sector 3.
Oh,
I don't know what's
Sab.
happened there.
Well, the tethers are off. The tethers are off for Sab. Mr. P still running in ninth, yet to make a pit stop.
Chicken Owens has just come out of the pits in P11. His teammate in P12, about 2 corners behind, say about 10 seconds or something like that. So those two are quite far apart. But no, this is turning into be an interesting race. The Toro Rosso of Lars is still in this race. He's P7 on the medium, so if these soft runners, if the tyres can't last towards the end, he will be in a good position to attack. But as you see with Sab earlier, he's hit the barrier with the medium, so they don't offer a lot of grip. So he needs to be careful.
At the moment, Simmer is in a net P2. Blue Mosquito rounding out the top 3, and Musical Venom is in a net P4, I imagine, if Haig does opt to change his wing in the pit stops.
Haig pit here. He is angling towards the pit lane, but no, he decides against it. He's feeling it, but not this lap.
Elongating his stint, hopefully come back at these guys towards the end on his very fresh set of soft tyres.
And that was one thing he was known for, wasn't he? And when he was in the Monday League, one of my former teammates, Haig, we won the Constructors back in season 7, my apologies. So, Lordy, where's the Haig?
Well, yeah, like I said before, Warren Haig is an experienced driver, and he is very good at taking tyres very long distances. He has a knack of keeping the tyres healthy and fresh. So, Sergio Perez-esque, really, and he just needs to be wary of the Haas behind them. The Haas is gaining, not by much, but he just needs to be wary because the Haas closes too far and starts battling. It might compromise Warren Haig.
Gotcha. Go on board a Deja Vu. He's closing up on the back of Mr. P here. Battle for P9.
He's got the run here. He's got the run. Mr. P. Oh, he's squeezing him.
Defend this?
Will he go for a lunge? He does again. He's not learned from his mistakes.
Well,
good move.
Fair play to him for trying. He's given that one up, and Deja Vu, well, gets the move done there. Fair play to him.
The closest battle on track now.
Don't know if they're going to make it to the end.
Blue Mosquito, yep, on Simmer. Blue Mosquito has a pace advantage, you'd imagine, being the championship leader. Simmer, the very consistent driver, doing a great job up there.
Fantastic. And Williams have got a special guest here this afternoon or evening. Harry Redknapp, wheeler dealer.
And into the pits comes Haig.
Yeah, Warren Haig.
Very elongated stint.
I don't feel like, I feel like it's going to feed back out in either P8. I have a feeling. You might have stayed out a bit too long there.
You guys keep on board with Warren Hay, I'll keep on board with any of the battles.
Yeah, BWA
Blue
Clyde.
Mosquito is closing. Get on board with Blue Mosquito. He's attacking a Gizmo here.
Not close enough
No,
and
no.
hops out. Oh no, Simmer!
Oh,
What's happened to Simmer?
The brakes have failed. Was it the earlier contact with Mr. P?
Oh no.
Oh. And Musical Venom up to 4.
And Haig joins behind Lars on the medium tyre. That could optimise this entire race. Has Haig still got wing damage? On my screen it does say Haig has still got wing damage.
Yep, he didn't change the wing.
Wow.
Interesting decision there.
It wouldn't have affected him too much if he did, but is this an example of a pit stop being made too late on this game? Or will he prove us wrong? Will he have the tyre grip to attack the others? I mean, when you're in a DRS train, it's really hard.
He's attacking Lars right now. Ooh. And as Lordy was saying, Clyde is in a very good position. When he pits, he'll be on the supers, which has a massive advantage in pace, especially the brand new ones. He could definitely be a factor for the podium towards the end of the race.
Yeah, of course, but the thing is, you have to use Simo as the benchmark for where Haig should be, and he's not that far away from him, regardless of hitting late or earlier. You know, Haig is still in the same battle pretty much, and he's all over the back of this Toro Rosso. He wants to clear it ASAP.
Well, Blue Mosquito is in a good position as a championship leader, but yeah, as you say, Gizmo and Venom, they're coming pretty close to each other now.
And here goes Haig, right up the gearbox here of Lars.
He can literally reach out and touch him, as some people would say.
And he's now eyeing up the DRS move. He could have gone down the inside at the effective last corner.
Robert Burnley saying overtake, please pass, and he's going to do it here. Lordy.
Oh, yeah, fabulous move from Warren Haig. Even with the wing damage, he's cool, calm and composed going into turn 1. Just outbrace your opponent and that's it. And there's nothing more he can do, especially on the medium tyres, just the lack of grip.
Yeah, and he defends the inside there. That is interesting. Picking up all the rubber he can.
And
This is a man who wants more understeer than he's already got.
Tej has joined the viewing of the stream.
Yeah, brilliant. Just going back to the top 2, Curtois is flying. Clyde is struggling on these soft tyres now. I don't know what lap he would say to pit. Probably this lap, I'd say, because lap 14.
Oh!
But no, Curtois is really, really quick.
Sorry to interrupt, but Simmer's crashed into the wall and lost part of his left end plate.
And Warren's the next person to attack him. So while we ride on board with the damage of a Gizmo as he closes up to Venom,
I think Curtois is about to make a move on Clyde, so I'll switch over to him. You keep an eye on Simmer and his progress. Now he's got damaged wing. Curtois.
Will Clyde pit though? That's the big question. You know, he's stayed on them soft tyres a long time and he's been very consistent. No wing damage for him. But no, Curtois has this in the bag if he keeps it clean.
Yeah.
Curtois into the DRS. We saw that Haig managed to make them last 12 laps. He doesn't pit, does Clyde, and he leaves the inside open for Curtois to take back his lead. He was always in the net lead, but it's even better now that he's taking it back.
Professional overtake. So Gizmo can't close up to the back of Musical Venom with the damage that he's got. It's going to be tough for him. Just a shout out here to Tej, who's joined us on the stream, a well-respected member of the PSGL site, one of the initial founders.
Venom almost crashed going into turn 2, sorry about the interruption, which has let Simmer close right back up again into DRS range. He's too far back though, I imagine, to make a move.
So we'll watch this, but Tej, the man who set up the Formula 1 dynasty on the PlayStation GL site, fantastic ambassador for PlayStation GL, and his legacy lives on in this stream here.
Up as well to Simmer.
This could get spicy here for people. Lordy, I know you're busting to get something in.
No, yeah, I was just about to say, you know, a lot of wing damage in this mid-fight. You know, Venom, all he has to do is keep it on the track. He seems to be struggling with rear grip more than anything through some of the corners, as Simmo goes very wide there, taking a lot of the curb. But no, he just needs to keep it clean because these guys are going to struggle through sector 3. It's very They're not going to have very good downforce going through there. So.
Exactly, and I don't think Venom knows that he is in a provisional podium position right now. He's in third, which is huge for his championship.
He said he really wants the podium here. He said he's out to fight for himself, not for his teammate and his championship battle. If he's here to fight for himself, he's got to shove it down into turn 1.
Haig looks the closest of the three.
Oh,
he's eyeing up a move on Simmer. Here will Simmer take the inside.
Gizmo, if I were you, I wouldn't leave the inside open, son, because Haig will take it.
Oh, he backs out, but Simmer was nice and late on the brakes there, actually, which is probably why Haig opted to back out of the move. Can he line it up now for the move into turn 3?
Yeah, Clyde still staying out on the soft compound tyres. I don't know what his strategy actually entails now, whether he has to take it this one because of the super softs wear.
Oh, and Venom.
He's compromising himself.
Again, Venom outbrakes himself and almost goes into the barrier. He's got no damage, but he's been harassed by two men who've got damage.
The whole grid, the whole viewers are behind Venom here. Well-respected commentator of the Monday Formula 1 League. Very popular in these parts around Baku. He's got a huge fan following here from Mr. Alimon as he comes through the castle section. Gizmo closes right up to the back of him. Oh, undulation. If there's ever a definition for it, that would be it. He's under pressure here.
Yeah, brilliant from the Toro Rosso driver, proper harassing Venom, keeping him under pressure. You know, he didn't want to reveal his wings earlier in the commentary. He said, oh, I need to keep them a secret, but from the way he looks and the way he's driving, I don't think I would take them. I think he can keep them.
Don't be harsh to him, Lordy. He's a very, very respectable man. And Simo now is lining up a move in the DRS. Simo running nice and low on fuel. Venom as well. What about Haig? Haig's got plenty in reserve. Haig has the upper hand, you imagine.
He's coming. Here's Haig. I think he might fancy a little one here. Oh, no. Wow.
Tej making jokes in the chat.
As Clive pits, the super softs. Clean stop for the house, no penalties, no wing damage, lovely clean stop. But
into P8. He's going to be on a big charge toward the end of the race.
It's going to be a big charge, but you got 9 seconds to the closest.
Haig. And what I noticed then was Simmer was either running in a very low a very low mix of fuel, or he has higher wings than these two, which explains why he's managing to keep up in the middle sector but not being able to close in on Venom on the DRS straight.
That's good. Have we got any questions in the chat from any of our viewers here this evening?
Not yet, but Tej says tenner to whoever takes out Grumpy, reigniting their rivalry. Two very high up men in the PSGL order, the hierarchy. They're legends of the site.
And Tej, definitely a legend. A lot of respect for Tej. Eased me in when I first joined the site. Fantastic ambassador for the site, and that should be recognised. And this was one of the leagues that he was racing in when he first started out. Seasoned veteran. I believe he's yet to win a race in the site. I don't know, he might have achieved one, but
here comes Haig.
Yeah.
And Tej has got a question for you, Aaron. He says, what's your favourite sandwich filling?
Wait for the question. Here's Haig as he goes down the inside.
Oh, lovely move. I don't think Simo's favourite sandwich filling is Warren Haig tonight.
Wow.
As he takes his position off him.
It definitely isn't. It might even be Mr. P, the way he came down the inside early in the race. My favourite sandwich filling? It's a tough one. Depends what I'm feeling. You know, some days it's a tuna sweet corn, sometimes it's a chicken sweet corn.
Excellent choice.
Sometimes cheese.
I know what Greenies is, a nice big jumbo sausage. He does like a good
I love a good sausage. But I'm sure that Simo doesn't like Haig's sausage of a force-ended going down his inside into turn 1.
Well, not the way it clumps those sausage curves, but enough of sausages. There is a problem here. No, there isn't. Musical Venom doing a fine job. He knows he's got the podium position. And when you've not finished on a podium this season as Musical Venom, he's going to have a lot of pressure, isn't he, to try and keep this position.
Exactly.
Of course, of course.
He doesn't get these opportunities very often, so he needs to bite it like you bite that tuna sandwich. He needs to take his opportunity and run. But Warren Haig is saying, no, you will not.
Well, he doesn't need to bite it, he needs to absolutely devour it as he takes that horse and down the straight line here. Vijay Mallya looks on as the Indian court case rebels above him.
Team orders might be in play for the Toro Rossos as well. As we see on
Lars
the straight.
Gaming, he's very close. Yeah, I think Simmer's let him through, I presume.
Yes, I think it is.
Yeah, but he has.
Oh.
And Haig closes up on Venom under the braking, 3 tenths separating them for that final podium position. Haig understeers after he hits the curb and loses time there. Don't think he'll be able to make a move now on Venom down his turn 3.
No. And shall we just have a quick run down the order here? So it's Courtois leading. He's got a healthy lead over Billy Mosquito in P2. Musical Venom, the next car up in 3rd. We're on this battle at the moment with Haig, who's in 4th. And then Lars, who may join the back of this battle, dependent on how quick Haig can launch an attack or an assault on Venom. Gizmo behind in 6th. Mr. Grumpy in 7th. He could also close into the back of Gizmo here. And Clyde is not making too much of an inroad. 7.5 seconds behind Nate. 9th Chicken Owns and 10th and is Deja Vu. So Hey, you can do it, can't he, Lordy? What do you think?
Yeah, as you were just saying, Warren Haig, I'm rooting for him as a former F1 driver and as a former teammate. He's
Venom!
As a Venom
Damage!
Wing damage, surely, yes. Right. Haig's looking quicker anyway, so with the wing damage, Venom's going to be struggling even more. He's not coping very well on these soft tyres. I'll just quickly mention Lars Gaming, a great recovery from him from that earlier incident. He might have floor or suspension damage earlier, and there is an incident in Sector 1.
Norman Palmer, Mr. P, I think has called it a day, has he? But stay on board with this one. Venom, you're in a fighting for a podium. Why leave the inside open? Why?
Oh dear.
That is not what you want to see. You want to see a driver fighting.
He's hanging it round the outside and he's going to get squeezed out. Yeah, brilliant from Haig.
It's not going to work. You're fighting for a podium. Don't give it up like that. But
well, maybe
but he's right behind him here. Haig, very defensive.
I don't want to lose time battling. I want to pick up as many points as I can, and there's a huge gaggle of cars behind me. Let Haig go, and I'll focus on this P4.
Oh, nice and close there.
Haig's got it now.
Or maybe he doesn't want to fight too hard. Because you think how close people are behind.
One thing we can't forget about in this race is maybe the penalties will take their place come the end. You never know. Venom, he has to go defensive as Lars is now eyeing up a move. The only man in this battle who hasn't got wing damage, but he's got the compound difference, 1 compound harder, so maybe that will play a part. And obviously he had to pit very early after sustaining wing damage when he's running a comfortable P2.
And there's a lot of undulation throughout the carpet section. Lordy, talk us through those difficulties when the car undulates as your tyres start to wear and you lose tyre grip on that compound.
Yeah, especially on the harder compounds, and if you're battling, there's a lot of undulation. You feel the car slip through your fingertips. That's how terrifying it is, especially on a high-speed track like Baku. You know, any sort of mistake will destroy your race.
Yeah, exactly. I was just about to interrupt there. Go on, Aaron. He's eyeing up a move here on Simmer.
Wealth of experience, over 5,000 race starts in this league alone. Mr. Grumpy, he's been at it over the seasons. Can he get the P6 here? He just said he wanted a nice clean race and stay out of the caster section, but he's sniffing it. And when a driver of this calibre and experience sniffs an opportunity, you know he's going to take it with both hands.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, man. Just like going on as Lars making a move on Venom. He's really uneasing Venom at the moment, struggling on them soft compounds. the Mercedes are going to be very close running with each other, just like at the start of the race if this carries on, as Grumpy also eyes up Simo at the same time. So Toro Rosso's and Mercedes, a lot on the line, pride, positions and points, all fighting for. Yeah.
And the interesting fact here is that we've got two cars, both without wing damage, attacking two drivers who have wing damage, which could play a big part in this battle.
Well, let's hope there's more wing damage.
Ignoring blue flags. There's a battle for P12. There you go, on board with F1, Mr. P. He's got a 5-second penalty for ignoring blue flags, so that's very inappropriate for for him to be doing. But the Ferrari has
no one's near him, which is interesting. And we'll go back to Grumpy now.
There's a Ferrari.
Lars has got a good exit here. Onto Venom.
Oh, Venom,
and
will you
Grumpy
this
as
one
well.
Harder than you did against Hay.
Ooh.
You've got to defend this one harder. He's on a tyre compound different to you. Come on, Venom, take the inside here. You've got to fight for it.
Don't think he'll be able to get close enough. And I doubt he'll be going for a lunge like Mr. P did, taking out Lars earlier on. Yeah, thinks better of it. Grumpy though, very close to Simo, around the outside on the brakes. Simo, oh, it's close, but it's a great move.
Experience as you like from Mr. Grumpy.
Lovely move there from Dale. Oh, but he's phenomenal, hitting the barrier after overtaking. That's not what you want to be doing.
Multi-time champion. He's kept it together though, and that's the main thing. He's got the position. Take it and run now, Grumps. Take it and run.
And now we've got Lars Gaming as the closest man on track to another driver, hunting Venom, but Venom doing a fantastic job.
The wall. Damage in sector 2. Oh, yeah, I don't know what's happened with your stream, Greenie, but your internet's rubbish. So,
Kalimoto, yep.
Just hit the wall.
It's Kalimoto. Kurtois running away with it up front, and yep, I think he's called it a day, yep.
P5 is about to be on board with it. It's going to get quite tight here. Just to note, Clyde is closing into the back of his now, so we could have a battle on the hands in the next few laps. But this is the one to be on board with here. Venom in the way of Lars here.
Ooh, nice and close there.
Beautiful from the Toro Rosso. Fabulous from Lars.
Venom, mate, you need to fight this one hard. You've had 3 5th places. Can you get a 4th? If I were him, I'd take the inside here. I know it's going to be tough because there's cars behind in a close fight, but is he fighting a losing battle? I don't think so. He's got a straight line speed. Come on, Venom, fight, take the inside.
They've both got almost identical fuel loads. Venom gives up the inside, but the move done is Lars up into P4.
Well, and he's lost a bit of his end plate, I believe, onto the back of Lars.
Both sides.
No flight shown. There's a problem here. Gizmo's gone. Oh, Gizmo's gone. Chicken Owens.
And I'd just like to say that Simo was running a net P2 at one point, and now he's 9th without a front wing, I believe. Horrible race for himself. Grumpy's now on the back of Venom. Will there be team orders here? Obviously, Grumpy in 3rd in championship, Venom his teammate. Will he allow him through? Venom's got 2 5th places, if I'm correct, in a row right now. Will he want to make it a hat-trick?
So we need to be aware of that, but at the same time, they are teammates, and if I was Venom, I'd let him go. I would 100% let him go. You've got wing damage, you're struggling on your tyres, you need points, not positions.
Yeah, and Lord, just check through the penalties and see who's got one. Right. Grumpy, here he is, attacking Venom. Oh, a little bit delayed through that corner.
No, not a single penalty for anyone apart from F1 and Mr. P.
Well, that should come as no surprise, the way he lethally went into the back of one of the Toro Rossos, but that's okay. Venom sticking with Lars, he'll take the DRS. Mr. Grumpy knows that he can launch an assault in the next 2 laps. A lot of experience, he's had plenty of these battles before.
As the race draws to its close, with only 2 laps remaining, I'm quite surprised that Clyde didn't take the Super Softs by storm, really, and by the race by storm. He's been quite passive and alone in the second stint of his of this Grand Prix, and Chicken Owns is making really good progress on him on them soft tyres, so definitely feels at one with the McLaren.
And just a well applied, it's a great drive.
Oh, Venom! Oh, sorry, Venom nearly hit the wall. Mr. Grumpy's all over the back of him now. He's really struggling.
Exactly as Lordy said, Venom understeering into a lot of corners without breaking himself too many times. You can't do that when you're fighting for a podium in a season that you haven't had the chance to get a podium this far. A driver who hasn't got the ultimate pace, but he's very consistent usually, and his consistency has failed him here today, as his teammate Mr. Grumpy closes in through the undulation of the castle section. He's got more fuel, he's got more grip, he's got the wing, and he's looking like he's going to try and shape up Venom, I imagine, for a move on the DRS straight.
It's like a tiger preying on a gazelle here. Is it men against boys? As we approach the
takes it up into rich mix.
Go on.
It's a good exit.
Oh yeah. Do you want me to talk for it?
Go on, Lordy.
Well, here we go. Mr. Grumpy, definitely 1-1 wings coming down this straight. He's got bags of speed compared to his teammate. Damage for Venom, but will Venom play passive? He's been passive all through this Grand Prix, coming through turn 1. But will he take the inside line this time? Will he learn from his mistakes? Grumpy's eyeing him up. No, not close enough there for Mr. Grumpy. Just follows behind him. He's very close.
Exactly.
Take it away, Greenie.
And now Grumpy eyes up the move, but this is where Venom's actually been quite good in the race. He's been good, but not here. Grumpy with a great exit. He's got to go for it. He's damaging his race here. He needs to get the move. Oh, Venom late on the brakes, but he's gone wide. But he's brilliant defending.
Cut in. No, doesn't want it.
Brilliant defending there, but he's clipped the curb, and Grumpy, surely he can't go around the outside here. And Venom half-heartedly comes inside, but it's great defending, to be fair to him. It's a shame he didn't do this into turn 1.
Yeah, definitely. Toto Wolff's going to be banging his desk like he normally does with these two fighting this battle. Venom impeding Grumpy so badly. Grumpy could have had a P4. Lars is on the medium tyres, and Grumpy looks the quicker of the 3 drivers at the moment. So Venom definitely racing for himself. The quote of the day, I think.
He goes. And you were just saying that Clyde's been a bit of a underperformer in this race, but he's closing in rapidly on these two. Could he make it a three-way scrap for the top 5? Last position, and Grumpy. He's losing time here.
Come down to last corner. I'll take the hit from here. Poor exit from Venom. It's all right, but Mr. Grumpy's got the grip. He needs to have full bank power. As I'm losing my voice here, he's got to get into the slipstream. I don't think Grumpy's got quite enough in him to really challenge Venom down here. He's going to have to find an alternative place on the track.
Yeah, they need to be careful as well, actually, as if you look further behind, Clyde is closing rapidly on the super soft tyres. So these Mercedes drivers need to get a move on, because they're going to be losing even more points in the championship if they carry on squabbling like this. Venom needs to, Venom needs to be aware that Clyde is on fresher tyres and is on the better compound, and if he wants the team to do well, he needs to sacrifice this position to Grumpy. He's already given the place to the 4th place to Lars, so it'd be the graceful thing to do for Venom as he struggles through this section once more, and Grumpy trying to find a way, proper going for it, clipping every single curve.
Cut back.
Outbreak it, Grumps. You know what you're doing. Gotta have one.
It's last lap. He's got to go for it. This is hurting his championship hopes here.
Go for it here. You got to lose. You've won titles before. No, sensible. And Courtois, one last stretch of the straight here. You got to. I'm afraid you've got to stay with this for a while.
Exactly.
He's having a go at Venom. But respect the race leader who's driven extraordinarily well. Lordy, take us to the line.
Well, actually, I want to keep on board with this Mercedes battle because I hate when they show Lewis Hamilton winning. But Grumpy's going to try on the outside again.
Wins the race. We'll switch back now to the Venom
just
battle.
Switch back to the race. Sorry, fabulous from Courtois, but Clyde, if he gets a good exit here, could have both of them. Is it going to be a Valtteri Bottas, Lance Stroll finish here? Will Venom hold on with the broken wing? Here we go, Mr. Grumpy. He's going for it. He's got the pace, he's got the power. Has he got
Venom's running out of fuel.
Come on, Grumpy.
Venom's running out of fuel. He's got plenty of fuel. Grumpy's going to be so close.
2 Mercedes drivers.
It's
DRS
not
is
gonna happen.
enabled. Is he going to
It's
do
taking
it?
a while. It's taking a while. It's not going to happen.
No.
And Grumpy had a
holds
penalty.
on.
Grumpy had a penalty. Oh, he loses out by a 10th in the end. I don't understand how he lost out by a 10th.
Toro Rosso across the line as well. It's a good competition.
And let's give Deja Vu. We haven't been giving him anything this afternoon. Come on, Lordy, take us through this.
Yeah, he's had a bit of an up and down race, good old Deja Vu, but no, he's had a strong finish at the end, a solid point for him. I think he'll be happy with that. He could have done a bit better, I suppose, but you know, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. So there you go, Deja Vu coming across the line. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant from an entertainment point of view.
I just want to give a shout out to Taffy. He may not be in the points, but he's not the quickest of drivers, but he's done a respectable job here. He survived the race. Like Herman Horizon survived Harry Redknapp's time at Portsmouth, and he crosses the line to finish 11th. Cruncher would have a lot to say about that, I imagine.
A good podium.
And Mr. P may not be in the points as well, but he definitely gets my award for the best helmet design in the Grand Prix. So well done, Mr. P. Congratulations.
He may not have got much attention this race, but Courtois wins, and Blue Mosquito extends his lead even more over his nearest rivals of Warren Haig and Grumpy, who did he have a penalty? He didn't have a penalty.
And Lars Gaiman, who may have overtaken Grumpy now, I believe, in the standings. A wonderful podium for Haig, actually. To battle through that race with wing damage. Phenomenal use of his experience. And Blue Mosquito, some brave overtakes out there he had, especially in his battle with Grumpy early on in the race. Yep, run us through the order.
Do you want to load it as I quickly invite him?
Yeah, Curtis P1, brilliant race from him. Quite underappreciated from our perspective. He was quite a lone wolf, but he managed it beautifully and finished in P1. Good drive from Blue Mosquito. Had a few complications with a couple of drivers midway through the race, but no, he battled well and some fabulous overtakes going into turn 1. P3 is Warren Haig. Managed the wing damage, as you said, they ran really well. And from P6 to P3, I think he'll be very happy with the podium. P4 is Lars, a really good comeback from him. I do think the medium tyres definitely did him well. Venom seemed to struggle at the end of the race, but no, he did a very good job. And then BWA, Mr. Grumpy, Chicken, Simo, and Dave round up the rest of the top 10.
Right. And as you said, Mr. P definitely left his impact on the race. He provided some of the most exciting moments we've seen in league racing for a while.
Very controversial moments, I may add. I think the stewards will be looking at that if Lars wants to take it any further. So, yeah, but no, from an entertainment perspective, brilliant. Really, really good racing from everyone.
And a very tight grid order with a lot of good quality, and that's something that should be admired.
Exactly. The race leader joins us, and for Toro Rosso, that race, it must be a race of what if. You know, Lars taking out Simo running in at P2. There was a lot of potential that wasn't fulfilled there, but the man who's fulfilled his potential around Baku joins us for the podium interviews. Welcome, Courtois, and well done on the win.
Hello, thank you very much.
Do you want to fire a question away, Aaron?
Yeah. So, Courtois, is this your first race win?
No. No, it's... I think it's race win number 7, I believe.
Okay, and how do you feel about that? It was a great race for you. Obviously, dream result. You controlled the race fantastically up front. Were you ever under threat?
No, I can safely say I don't think I was, to be honest. My qualifying pace is very poor, and I was very, very surprised I got pole, to be fair. But I knew my race pace is so strong around every track, and as soon as I get out in the lead, I can just bolt away, and I just don't know. I'm speechless, to be honest. I just wanted to avoid that castle section so bad every single time.
Well done. You showed tremendous fight out there. Blue Mosquito, we've got to come to you next. This is Aaron. You were leading the championship. You didn't qualify as high as you maybe would have liked to. and the race start was a bit tricky for you, losing a couple of positions, but you fought incredibly hard to get home in P2 and extend your championship leads. How are your thoughts? Sum up your emotions.
Yeah, thanks, Aaron. The start was definitely tricky. I'm not exactly sure what happened, but a couple of cars just floated off the line and got past, and got my best of track anyway. So yeah, pretty happy to come home in second.
Okay, questions, guys?
I've got a question for Mosquito. What do you aim for now in the second half of the season? More wins or just consistency to bring home another title?
I think it would be. I'll go for consistency. I'm just glad that Baku's out of the way. We've got European season coming up next. Like all those tracks. So yeah, I would say there's a long way to go. So another 2 or 3 wins would be nice. But yeah, just picking up as many points as possible is what I need to do.
That's good. Jordy, question for?
Well, I'd just like to say, you two in particular, out of everyone who raced today, drove really well. So congratulations. Really nice to watch. Really, really smooth. Especially you, Mosquito, going into turn 1. Some of the overtakes you pulled off were very clean and very nice. So it was a joy to watch from a spectator's point of view. But like I said before to Mr. Grumpy and Venom, how do you guys feel? What is your emotional feelings now that you finally completed the race and have a really good result?
Yeah, relief, to be fair. I'm really happy that race is over with.
You, Blue?
Sorry, I don't think I can hear everyone in this chat. Yeah, sorry.
How can you not hear me?
Oh.
I can't hear Kurt, I think.
Oh,
you
that's
can't
all
hear
right.
Kurt.
That's all right. We'll continue with the question for you anyway.
Yeah, no, over the moon actually. It was kind of at the start. I thought I was going to head backwards, but yeah, it came back to me. So yeah, delighted with it.
That's good.
Yeah.
And Blue Mosquito, just on that, you've got tremendous experience of racing on the site, competing for championships. You're in the history books on the PSGL F1 Monday League for winning a title back in season 4. So you're held with very high regard on the PSGL site. Do you feel as if you used all your experience that you've got to not only get that result here today, but also taking it forwards to closing out on another championship? Do you feel as if you've got that in your locker?
Grand Prix. We join you next in the European season at Britain. Thank you.
Might not be us commentating though, because we're recording at short notice, but thanks for having us.
We'll leave a poll in the description. Vote Lordy Boy.